It's my pleasure to come up here every year and talk to you for like 2 seconds before we get the man himself out. Thanks everybody for coming. I'm the editor at Dark Horse on the Whedon books with Sierra Hahn, and I want to thank everybody for supporting those books. Where, if you're not aware of where the comics are at right now, Buffy season 9 is going to wrap up in August and September. We've got 2 monthly books with Buffy the Vampire Slayer and with Angel and Faith telling their stories. And we're really excited to wrap that up. We think we've got a killer conclusion. I just saw some really good reviews of the latest issue of Buffy today. So things are going really well. We're just a couple issues from the end and really psyched about that. And then look for announcements, because as we head into 2014, we're going to be talking about season 10. And we will roll into Buffy season 10 with Joss's help. We recently had the Writers' Summit with everybody working on the books, and Jane Espenson and Drew Greenberg and some other people from the TV show getting back together to kind of plan out the future for these characters. So I'm excited to announce where we're going and how that's all going to kick off. Obviously, Joss has been having an incredible time, an incredible couple of years. How many people saw Much Ado? Awesome. Yeah, it was fantastic. And of course, today there was a lot of press and push for S.H.I.E.L.D. So without any further delay, here's Joss Whedon.
Hi there. I'm not exhausted. Why would you even bring that up? It's just rude. Hi guys who are closer. Hi guys who are farther away and clearly way more important. Okay. Good talk. I just want to say a quick thank you to Scott, Ali, and Sierra Hahn, and my Dark Horse peeps for doing all of the work on the books, and a huge thank you to my white knight in the last season of Buffy in the comics, Andrew Chambliss. Great writer, saved me from myself. Apparently, I have an issue with taking too many jobs, and I'm seeing a phalanx of therapists, but they do not seem to be helping, and I apologize in advance if I become incoherent or just sleep. But it'd be cute. I'm cute when I'm asleep, so you'll enjoy. Good, lucky people. No spooning. Yeah, no spooning is heavy. I don't really have any big announcements. Everything that I'm doing you kind of already know about. Much Ado, still in theaters. Do the promotion thing? Okay, so it's pretty much going to be up to you guys to drive the conversation and make it fascinating and beautiful and interesting. Am I okay? Can you see me? I can't tell where the... Okay, I'm still in the light. Sometimes I try to hide from the light. It burns. So if people have questions, we can start that process as long as somebody knows how to line up and where and tells them when to talk. I see somebody at a mic.
Hello.
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 Ah, there we go. Okay.
Hi.
I think you're supposed to sing now.
I can't sing. Don't ask me to. Okay, my question is, you've mentioned many times that if Angel had not been canceled, that Illyria was going to manifest more into Fred, and it kind of happened in After the Fall, but I wanted to know more of like the original plan, especially as it relates to Wesley, because he was going to be alive, so...
Well, you've pretty much laid it out. That was the plan. Ben was like, well, if we have Illyria and she occasionally turns into Fred, it will make Wesley cry. And that will be cool. And then Illyria will have weird identity issues about being Fred, and it will make Illyria cry. And then Wesley will cry, and Illyria will cry, and they'll probably both die in each other's arms, because that seems to be fun. And then they'll turn black and white, and everything will be better.
So we all know that you love to kill people?
Thank you. Next question.
And they're fictitious, so that's a little better. But which death scene was your favorite to write?
It was Fred's. It was my favorite to write, and it was my favorite to shoot, because all the pain was there.
Oh, I'm here. Hi, Joss.
Hey there.
All right, so you have conquered many things. You've conquered television and movies.
Poland. People leave that out all the time. Wasn't easy. Throwing soldiers under the tanks.
And our hearts.
Yes.
But do you think you'll conquer Broadway anytime soon?
Well, someone was excited by that spotlight. That was lovely. Not anytime soon, because to do something successfully on Broadway, it takes many, many years of work. And unfortunately, I'm already booked for many, many years of work. So we'd love to, I want to, but it's not going to be super soon. I mean, yeah, duh. I wear the hands of jazz.
Hello, my hero.
Hello, my villain.
What moment, on screen or off, written, directed, etc., gives you warm fuzzies when you think back on it?
Warm fuzzy moment. Honestly, let's go back to the death of Fred. And not because, the deaths particularly, but because of the work those guys were doing and the day we had, and the capturing the end of it all in one take, having him read to her from A Little Princess, which means so much to me. That whole day was kind of magically exhausting, and for those who don't know, I may have mentioned this in some commentary or something, but the shawarma scene at the end of the Avengers is actually based on me and Amy and Alexis after that day of shooting. So I was like, we have to get a drink! And then we just went for about 45 minutes.
Hello. I was wondering, do you enjoy working with characters that you've created more, or characters that have already been established, like with the X-Men?
It's all good. I mean, ultimately, they get away from you even when you create them. There's this particular buzz in going, Captain America's saying this. but in the main, in the whole, when you do the big picture, creating your own universe is nothing like it. There's nothing better. But in the smaller view, it really is the same, because even if when you're creating something, if you're working on a TV show, you get an actor to play it. Already, you're beholden to that. So there's a history. No matter who you're writing, and sometimes it's nice to have the work done for you. But at the end of the day, it's all just you got to say cool stuff.
Hi, I've never been able to find the answer to this, but why would Giles not have been able to fly in for Xander and Anya's wedding?
Well, I'm glad we're finally getting to the heart of things. He doesn't like them that much. Let's face it. He's a continent away. He's 5,000 miles away, and he's like, do I really have to? Plus, he's Giles. He knows Xander isn't going through with it. Sorry, guys. You ask the tough questions. We get to the tough truths about humanity. I'm not here for your entertainment. I'm here to make you learn and grow and cry and hug and riot.
Hi, Joss. This is Nora. I was just wondering, how is it different for Much Ado About Nothing to be working with a script that wasn't written by you?
Wasn't? It was very relaxing, actually, because not only was it not written by me, it was written by that guy, which meant that not a word could really be changed. So, once I'd sort of taken it and adapted it and made the cuts, because it's quite a long script, and turned it into what I viewed as a piece of cinema, then I never had to think about that again. I had to, all I got to do is play with the actors in terms of their interpretation and, why they were saying what they were saying when, and, just have all the fun of storytelling as a director without any of the responsibility of the writer. So it was a blast. Thanks.
Hey.
I know you. You killed Fred. Not me, it was her.
Hey, I'm a really big fan of Dr. Horrible. I mean, between working on my costume and Comic-Con, I haven't seen it for 3 whole days. Anyway, so I was wondering what the significance of the change in the color of his costume at the end of Dr. Horrible.
Oh, it's pretty simple. He's wearing a white costume, then he's wearing a red costume, which means he's lost his virginity. He's in the marriage bed of villainy. Yeah, he went dark, bruh. It's pretty simple. I don't have very complex ideas. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lisa. Okay, so far, if you could describe Avengers 2 in one word, what would it be?
Movie. That's right, we're trying something a little different this time. Or flip book. We're still deciding. It's a budget thing. So, do you remember, I'm not going to give you one word, I'm just going to remember how Dr. Horrible used to have a white coat? The one word I'm going to use for Avengers 2 is red.
Hey Joss, my name is Chris, thank you for being here. My question is, when Astonishing X-Men was wrapping out, I asked you at a New York con what you were most excited to work on in the Marvel Universe, and you told me at that point SWORD, which is the intergalactic shield you created, the Sentient Worlds Observation and Research Department. And I was wondering...
Response department.
What did I say?
You said research, it's response, but no, it's great. It's fine. Plus he's wearing a crazy hat, so he's clearly not really a fan.
I'm melting inside. All right, so are we gonna get to see SWORD in either Shield the Show or the Marvel Cinematic Universe? And who is your dream casting for Abigail Brand?
I have no idea, but that's a really good question. Abigail Brand, you know what? I don't know. I can't say. No, it doesn't mean it's happening. It means that when it does, I'm taking credit for the idea. Because it's just you and me in here. Nobody else will know if I kill you. I don't really understand cons very well. And I don't have anybody particularly in mind. The first person who comes to mind would be Julianne Moore. So I believe she could run that place.
Hi, my name is Kamiko, and Much Ado About Nothing is one of my favorite movies this summer, and I was wondering if you aspire to do any projects that are not in the action-adventure genre?
Well, I aspire. I aspire to do anything at all that is in any genre, comedy, musical, many things that do not involve punching. You know, we can't solve all our problems for punching. Sometimes we have to sing. And sometimes, maybe the heads of certain bodies, the Senate, maybe say, instead of filibustering, dance off. Just saying. I love all genres. The only thing, I get stymied by the family drama, sort of, I don't necessarily know how to approach that, but apart from that, I like many things that do not involve explosions. Yes, I'm a Renaissance man. Thank you.
Hi, wow. Just need to fanboy out real quick. I sincerely want to thank you for sharing your talent and genius with the world, and just want to say that you have no idea how much your work means to me, so thank you so much. Anyway, my question is, a few years from now, when you have more time, there's a scenario, a studio or comic book publisher, really anyone, basically gives you a blank check, says you can have this little of a budget or as big of a budget as you want. You have access to any licensed character that you could possibly want to work with. What would you make?
Why? This is turning increasingly into a game show. Oh wait, it could be something of mine? I assumed it couldn't be something of mine. Well, if it's anything, then yeah, we should probably get the crew of Serenity back together. Does this mean I move ahead to the bonus round?
Hi, Joss. My name is Glynis, and I just want to say that I'm a huge fan. Buffy changed my life. And I was wondering, of all of the female characters that you have ever written, who is your absolute favorite to write and to watch?
There's a bunch. I hate to keep harping on this Illyria thing, but she was really, people like Illyria and River and Drusilla, the crazies. It's the closest I ever